It's the Eagles. I think they're talking about Shari Nott. You see, I got Shari and Jack in the background here. They're playing hide and go seek with your money still. You got it. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It's Preservation Thursday. Preservation Thursday. We'll get to Shari and Jack in just a minute. But before we do, I got some really entertaining stuff this week, folks. Really entertaining stuff. Let's get a little better angle going here, huh? I want you to, yeah. That's right. They're playing hide and seek, ain't they? Hey, this week, the big news. FHFA, the Fair Housing Authority thing, court said, hey, you're illegally structured. Check the link in the description, folks, because the article is titled Fannie Mae, the boys are back in town. They just got to do a little more structuring. But if you would like to do public commenting, again, link in the description on this, on the new regulatory framework, risk-based capital requirements, you can make public comments until September 17th. Link is in the description. Get over there if you got a comment, you got an idea. Maybe you got the thought that's going to make the money. Who knows? They might want to hear from you. The next thing, we got to talk about this. You know, are you an exploited employee? That's the question that was asked by the courts in the Dynamex organization. How did they... Are you an exploited employee? Dynamex Operations West Incorporated versus Superior Court, State of California, the ABC test. And I'm going to read you the ABC prongs, ladies and gentlemen. You know we're going to go down this road. You bet we are. Of course, this is the long-standing argument in the property preservation industry. The industry shills want to claim they're independent contractors, and they are not. They are, in fact, exploited employees. Exploited employees. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the link is in the description. Corporate Compliance Insights. Of course, I bring this up. Why? Because finally, it appears the National Association of Management for Stealing is going to address this in their September 5 through 7th Fraud Fest. They are going to have Ruth Kraft talk about this subject matter on the California Hour Wage Update, new ABC test for independent contractors sends California employers reeling. Remember, I will say it again. Keep it in mind. Remember, California court based the decision on the IRS and the Department of Labor definition of an independent contractor and employee. They didn't just make it up. They had to go off something. Department of Labor and the IRS rules dictated what the California courts decided. So now, that said, a hiring entity classifying an individual as an independent contractor now bears the burden of establishing that such a classification is proper under the ABC test. To do so, the entity must prove each of the following three factors. A, that the worker is free from control and direction. I will let you look at that. It is highlighted. Control and direction is highlighted. Are you free from control and direction of the hiring entity in connection with the performance of the work, both under contract for the performance of the work and in fact? B, that the worker performs work that is outside the usual course of the hiring entity's business. We'll get to that in just a minute. Remember that. C, that the worker is customarily engaged in an independently established trade, occupation, or business of the same nature as the work performed. Okay, I don't think we need to discuss A. There is far too much control. You get 37,000 phone calls per day, per property, per work order to find out if it's done. Do we need to go any further? We're going to dovetail into some insurance issues here in just a minute. We'll talk about that. Again, control. Okay, control. Second, outside the usual course of the hiring entity's business. Impossible. Impossible. Why do I say that's impossible? Because you are recruited in the help wanted section. Number one. Number two, you are walked through a licensing process. Number three, you are walked through an insurance process, and we're going to talk insurance in just a minute because Five Brothers is right on it. And then the insurance is written for them, which there's a lot of scuttlebutt that there's investigations going on that these insurance companies are giving kickbacks, which is illegal. So, but that's neither here nor there. And then, of course, number three, the C, customarily engaged as an independently established trade. Property preservation is a hodgepodge of trades, and it is not independently established like Mr. Miller could have done long ago by bringing in a independent third agency testing organization, education program, anything, and he has not done it. All he has done is parlayed the industry with people like Shari Nott, and now we have Spectrum covering for Shari Nott, hiding Shari Nott. And I have names of attorneys that you can call if you want to find out if you're on the debtors list. We'll get to that in a few minutes here too, ladies and gentlemen. But I want everybody to stop for just a minute. Forget all the poppycock on Facebook, contractor talk, all these people that are know-it-alls in the industry. We're an industry vet, da-da-da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, I'll call a couple names out. Gene O'Neill's one, Rich Rue's another one, Craigslist hack, there's another one. All these people are subbing workout. They're all subbing workout. You're their employee. And, oh, by the way, here's the terrifying part of that decision. I'm going to read this to you. The ABC test recently adopted by the California Supreme Court in the Dynamex Operations West Incorporated versus Superior Court case is now touted as the best way to make the distinction between an exploited employee and an entrepreneur. The court's adoption of the ABC test for determining whether an employee should be classified as an employee or independent contractor has sent shockwaves to businesses that have relied in the past on flexible, multi-factor common law test where none of the individual factors taken alone are necessarily controlling. Free from direction and control. I have been saying this a long, long, long time. I have been told I'm crazy. I've been told I'm a tinfoil hatter. I've been all kinds of stuff. I don't make it up. It's the rules. Department of Labor, the IRS, they're the ones that made them up. Not me. The people that take the tax money made the rules. You got to play by them. You got to play by them. Shame on you, Mr. Miller, for doing what you've done. Shame on you, Mr. Miller, for ignoring this fact for the last 11 years. You've been at the helm for 11 years now. You're the director. Or is ED for something else that we don't know about? You are the director. Well, I believe you're an exploited employee. And I bet the courts will agree. Pull the trigger, folks. You got to pull the trigger. You got to go get your money. You got to go get your money. Speaking of getting your money, there's a lot of scuttlebutt going on in the background about the safeguards buying Five Brothers, safeguards buying Five. Oh, no, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Guess what? They are. And I'm going to tell you why. If this is not proof enough for you, who are the insurance companies' safeguard demands that you purchase your insurance from? Brunswick, Leonard, York, Jersey, ring a bell? Guess what Five Brothers issued this week? They issued a directive that you will buy your insurance from them or you will not get work from us. Control and direction. Hello. Control and direction. Unbelievable that for so long nobody will pay attention to that element, control and direction. Well, they might do this, but they don't do that. They might do this, but control and direction. That is it right there. You can't get past A. Period. You don't get past A, which means you don't get past B and C. Duh. Common sense approach, folks. Common sense approach. Are you an exploited employee? Stop being exploited. It's real simple. Nancy said it. Uncle Ronnie and Aunt Nancy told us how to do it back in the 80s. Just say no. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I do not know what to tell you. But again, the link from Fisher Phillips, California partner, breaks down the ABC test. The link is in the description, ladies and gentlemen. The link is in the description, workorderprocessor.com. Let's see here. They have all these companies. They know how to do their work. They do all the back-end work. Somebody named Heather contacted me, and I'm sorry, Heather, but I don't use processors. Do that myself. That gives somebody else access to your business that shouldn't have access to your business information. That's a third party. This is what Miller has done as the director. He has got third parties everywhere making money, but the poor schmuck that has to do the work, that ponies up the money to get the job done. Yeah. Spectrum is pushing eviction support services workout, so they're fronting for Shari Nott. For all of you that got beat out of money, last check Shari Nott drew was $1.6 million. Link in the description. Yeah, think about that. $1.6 million, and you didn't get paid while she's driving around in a Jaguar. Something to think about. Just food for thought. But I'm the nitwit, I know. I'm the idiot. I'm the one that doesn't know what he's talking about when I say you're an exploited employee. I don't know what to tell you. I'll give a couple names out here. Brian Parker, Chad Freeman. Telephone number 973-226-1500. Give them a call. Find out if you are on Shari Nott's debtor list. You can also talk to David Ambulance Chasen Schaefer, David Schaefer, at 323. Oh, I forgot the prefix. I'll dig it up here. Give me just a second. I'll get the area code on that. Doobie 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 doo. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I believe it is 732-223-8484. D. Schaefer. I'll put this in the description, ladies and gentlemen, at BNFSbankruptcy.com. You can contact him. Find out if you're on the debtors list. Just send him an email. Say, hey, am I on the debtors list? If you're not, challenge the bankruptcy. That's how it's done. They have assets. You can go get them. You can go get them. That's what it's all about. If you need some help going to get them, make sure to contact the folks at the Merkin Group. Of course, the Merkin Group. Let me see here. The Merkin Group can be contacted at 866-447-7044. That's a toll-free number, ladies and gentlemen. 866-447-7044. Get a hold of John Navarro. He's at extension 1007. Of course, you can get a hold of John Navarro, J. Navarro at themerkingroup.com. He'll help you get squared away. He'll get you squared away. Yeah, he will. I will be. It's kind of my fault. I got sick, so it's not the Merkin Group's fault that that the interview didn't go as scheduled. It was on me because I was just so sick I couldn't get out of bed for a couple of days there. But a couple of the questions: can someone demand payments within legal parameters without using a collection services? Yes, you can, and there's a way to do that. Most businesses run on net 30, which means 30 days you get paid. So once past those terms, in other words, what he's saying, once you get past your contractual terms of payment, you can start a collection procedure, and you can start that by writing a letter and saying, hey, you're past due. I got to charge you 5% on the $100 that you're late with. And then in 15 days, you go say, hey, now you're 2 weeks due. I got to charge you another 5% on the $105 that you owe us. Think about it. It adds up. It adds up. How long should one allow a debtor extended credit? Remember, if a company, and we're picking on NFN and Shari, Nott, and the thief Jack Jaffa, so we might as well just use them. If they violate the terms of payment, they become a debtor. Okay, so how long do you extend them credit? Most businesses run on 30 days, 30 net, which means the balance is due in 30 days. There are some that are net 10. In other words, if what they're saying, this is very, very important that you understand this. Once they become late, you start your proceeding, and you can do this on your own with a letter, a collection letter. If you need some help, I can help you craft it. I've done them before. I've written them before for people. It's a very brief outline. It's a template basically. You can find them online too. Yeah, you want to chit chat for a minute? Give me a call. I'll help you get. I'll help you put something together. It's not a big deal, man. It's really, really simple. Once one has exhausted all the avenues, what can they expect when they ask a professional agency? You're going to need the following: your statement of invoices, contract agreement. That's very important. Always have a contract agreement. And remember what a contract is: a mutuality of agreement. Okay? Any documents, emails, text, recorded phone conversations, they may not know it. It can help the investigative process. It may not be able to be used as evidence if the other party didn't know they were being recorded. However, should you have something like that, some people do, some people don't. Talk to your attorney on that. Talk to your attorney. Once a decision is made, a judgment can be enforced immediately, but if there's no known assets, then it makes time to find assets. And that's very, very important. Here's what happened in the Shari Nott thing. They went Chapter 7. Okay? Then involuntary bankruptcies were forced, and guess what? They found assets. They had to go Chapter 11. NFN has assets because Jack Jaffa is in the background. They're playing hide and seek with the money. Go get it. It's that simple, folks. It's that simple. Thanks to John Navarro over at the Merkin Group for the answers to the question. And Curtis Ford, of course, he's the chingadera over there. You can get a hold of them. Remember, 866-447-7044. The Business 101 today, brought to you by the Merkin Group in Palmetto, Florida. You have collection needs. They're going to get you squared away. They're straight shooters. They'll tell you what you got to do. Get a hold of them. If you've got questions for them, I'll get all this stuff up on the website so you can go read it and see it with all their contact information too. If you like what you hear, folks, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the station. That's how it works. All the new subscribers, thank you very large. Hey, appreciate it from the bottom of my heart here. If you can help keep the lights on the website, folks, it's right on the right-hand side. Give us a shout out. Give us some love, whatever you want to call it. It's all good. It is great. As always, let's have a great day, and let's all be safe out there. Tune into Weekend Wrap. Got some good stuff on the GMO front coming up. Some real good stuff from I might be talking to a former Monsanto employee this week. Have a great day, folks. Let's all be safe out there, huh?